What's up, folks? Your buddy Fatalroadie. Tonight we're going to be doing a Smackdown review. We started off with Shane McMahon coming out to the ring. He calls for the ring announcer to have him proclaim him as the best in the world 3 times.
Bruh.
He says he's sick of people using him to get ahead. Tells everybody that he's the best in the world because he was born that way. And then Shane McMahon points to the sign and says that he's going to have a match with The Miz at Wrestlemania. Which brings us to our first match. Aleister Black, Ricochet, and the Hardy Boys versus The Bar, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Rusev.
Dude.
Wow, we're starting off on a good foot. About 3/4 of this match we've already seen before. The match ends with all hell breaking loose, everybody fighting, the New Day come in and clear the ring of all the heels. Then you have Randy Orton coming out. He runs down AJ Styles' past and says this is really the house that Randy Orton built. Styles comes out and he says that he's proud of his indie background and says that Randy Orton wouldn't make it in his world. Styles calls the RKO a knockoff Diamond Cutter, and then Randy Orton points out that the Too Sweet is a knockoff of the NWO. Styles points out that Randy Orton is surrounded by indie wrestlers, referring to their backgrounds. After a verbal back and forth, AJ Styles, once again we point to the sign, challenges Randy Orton to a match at WrestleMania. Then we have Asuka versus Sonya Deville with Mandy Rose at ringside. This was an match. Mandy Rose gets knocked down. She starts to get up and pulls on the ring apron, which causes Sonya Deville to slip, and is basically just a rehash of the Fastlane match. Asuka gets the Asuka lock on Sonya Deville. She taps out, and Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville are bickering again. I really don't think they should be breaking up any of the tag teams in the women's division, because we really don't have too many teams to start with. Next we have Becky Lynch coming out. They show a recap of the Fastlane match, and Ronda Rousey's response on Raw. Lynch talks about Fastlane, runs down Ronda Rousey, and of course, this is going to bring out Charlotte Flair.
Oh, for God's sake.
She cuts her typical Charlotte Flair promos, woo, and all that shit. This all ends with Becky Lynch saying, we don't need a queen, we need the man. I seriously can't wait for WrestleMania so this can all be over with. Then we have R-Truth and Rey Mysterio versus Samoa Joe and Andrade Cien Almas. This is an match. I mean, it was okay. It was basically just a controlled version of the Fastlane match. Rey Mysterio got his win back on Samoa Joe. Like I said, Our final match of the night is Daniel Bryan and Rowan versus Kevin Owens and Mustafa Ali. It was an okay match. I mean, it really wasn't much to it. It didn't really pique my interest too much. Rowan pins Mustafa Ali after giving him the Iron Claw, which is that face-palmy choke slam maneuver, whatever you call it.
Giggity.
Like I said, Final segment of the night is Vince McMahon coming out to make an offer to Kofi Kingston about WrestleMania. We have another recap of everything that happened with Kofi Kingston at Fastlane. And as Vince McMahon is talking about this being a teachable lesson, the New Day come out. Big E and Xavier Woods fight for Kofi's case. Vince McMahon says nobody deserves anything. Woods and Big E double down. And then Vince says that Kofi Kingston isn't worthy of being WWE champion. Kofi talks about his devotion to the WWE and asks Vince McMahon, what do I have to do to get a shot? It's at that point that Randy Orton, Samoa Joe, The Bar, and Eric Rowan come out, and Vince McMahon says that he has to beat all of them in a gauntlet match to get a shot at the WWE title. There's a fight that breaks out, the New Day stand tall, and we end tonight's SmackDown. In one of the rare moments, Raw was actually better than SmackDown.
Wow.
The matches tonight weren't all that great. Probably the better match of them all would probably be the final tag match with Owens, Ali, Daniel Bryan, and Rowan, and even that wasn't all that great. I really wasn't crazy about the promos. I don't know, it just didn't feel right tonight. But that'll do it for this episode of SmackDown Review. Leave a comment down below what you thought of tonight's SmackDown or what you thought of this video. If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to share and subscribe. I've been Fatalroadie. You've been awesome. Thank you very much for watching. And remember, if it's too loud, you're too old. See ya.